This weekend, February 23rd, there is a special Clamperl event day in Pokémon GO, similar to the failed Feebas event, except maybe a bit better because there's no weird shiny chances that you have to waste your life trying to get, right? Yeah, so Clamperl introduced into the game, and then after the event, it has been confirmed that Clamperl will be added to the game, so you don't have to stress out on Saturday trying to get Clamperl. So of course you can visit the official Pokemon Go live page, link in the description to it, if you want to get learned up on how this event works. Main reason why you're probably at SwagTips right now is because you want to know, is Huntail or Gorebyss good in the meta? So let's get into it. So starting out, Huntail is very comparable to Feraligatr. They have a very similar move pool of, ice, dark, and water. Thing to note about Huntail, aside from the base stat differences, which you can see here on PvPoke very clearly in the Great League, and if you want to bounce it up to the Ultra League, bam, Ultra League, right? Aside from the base stat differences, you can see that Huntail has Water Gun instead of Waterfall, Aqua Tail instead of Hydro Cannon. Aside from that, they both got Ice Beam and Crunch to work with. So what does this mean for Huntail? Well, Huntail is going to be a faster but slightly weaker version of Feraligatr. So if you check out the PvP fast moves on Game Press, you'll see that Water Gun has 3 energy per duration, where Waterfall only has 2.67. Not that big of a difference, but the difference does play out in activation time, where Feraligatr is going to be limited to 15 for its speed tier. If you remember my first activation table video I did, also featured on Game Press down here if you want to check out the first activation table, right? So Feraligatr is a 15, Huntail is a solid 12, so you'll be getting charge moves off sooner because of that faster energy gain. On top of that, when it comes to the charge moves, while Hydro Cannon is way more powerful than Aqua Tail, Aqua Tail does have a 5 less energy cost. Combine that with the faster energy gains of Water Gun, Huntail is just a faster version of Feraligatr. So does this make Huntail good here? I don't think it necessarily makes it good. I don't think it makes it bad either. If you think Feraligatr is good, and you've been having success with Feraligatr or maybe Blastoise in the Great League or the Ultra League, you could probably see some success in Huntail as well. If you think Feraligatr is just a little bit too slow to really stand out, well then Huntail might have that speed that you desire from the Feraligatr that you don't have. One thing you should keep in mind though is that it is going to lack the punch that Feraligatr has and is arguably less bulky than what Feraligatr is. So yeah, aside from PvP, I don't really see Huntail doing a whole lot. Alright, then moving on over, we have Gorebyss. And Gorebyss is pretty interesting. It's pink, it's cute, and it also has the recently buffed fast move Confusion, which is awesome. The thing that isn't awesome about Gorebyss here, I keep wanting to call it Huntail. The thing that isn't awesome about Gorebyss is that it's got Water Pulse, Psychic, and Draining Kiss. So Draining Kiss is a unique fairy type charge move, not a lot of things have it, but it's not very good. And then Water Pulse and Psychic are both low-key kind of terrible. So I could see Gorebyss maybe working out as like a niche gym defender. I don't think it's an optimal gym defender because, the confusion access, powerful on gym defense. The charge moves, though, a little bit weak. I'd say it's just a trophy Pokemon overall. It might have potential in the future if Draining Kiss or Water Pulse or Psychic get a buff, maybe. But right now, I think we just got some nice dex filler here. At the end of the day, I'd say both Pokemon are probably dex filler for most people because even though Huntail does have those cool niche PvP advantages, I think that archetype of Pokemon in PvP is a little weak right now too. So yeah, Gorebyss, Huntail, both good dex fillers. Huntail might have some good potential in the future. Right now, a little bit too soft, and that archetype of Pokemon, that Feraligatr, Blastoise, and Huntail embody, a little bit weak right now, I feel, in the PvP meta. So, watch out for them in the future. And then Gorebyss, I feel like Gorebyss's move pool is a little bit lacking. Confusion is nice, but the charge moves, not exactly nice. So I hope this video helped enlighten you on if Gorebyss and Huntail are good or not, or at least gave you some information here on the event that's coming up for Clamperl. If you're curious about the split evolution, it has been confirmed by Cerebi. I don't know, Cerebi confirms it because they're also a third-party information source, but hey, maybe they got some intel that we don't. But they're saying that it's going to be a random evolution. In the main series games, they evolve with held items. In this game, I guess it's going to be random. Although, I will tell you, John Hankey did call me last night on my cell phone and he told me a secret way you could boost the rate. So right now, if you get Clamperl in the game during this event and you try to evolve it, you have a 50% chance of getting a Huntail or a Gorebyss. But what John Hankey told me is if you like, comment, and subscribe to SwagTips, you'll boost your rate. So instead of having a 50% chance at either Pokemon, you'll actually have an 80% chance at evolving either Pokemon. So the moment you hit evolution on Clamperl, 80% chance to get a Huntail, 80% chance to get a Gorebyss. Good luck, guys.